Hi guys, I'm going to talk to you today about your Be Yourself Shadow Box project. And in this project, we are going to use symbols and icons and personal imagery to teach each other about ourselves and the things that we love and our future plans, favorite books, things like that. So first, let's look at the order of activities. You will have to turn each of these things in. These will all be done in your sketchbook except for your final drawings and your shadow box. Today we're going to take notes on visual language. Okay, so in your sketchbook, I want you to start by writing the date. It's September 10th for me. It's going to be a little later for you. You're in the future. And next to that, I want you to write Be Yourself. So you can do this in pen or pencil, it's up to you. Okay, so we are going to incorporate personal imagery. We're not going to use any words. So how are we going to demonstrate what we're like only using symbols and pictures? Well, we're going to use what's called icons. And what is an icon? An icon is an image or symbol that represents something else. Represent something. Excuse me, my handwriting is terrible. Okay, and I do want you to take these notes in your sketchbook. You're going to turn this page into me. Okay, what do I mean by that? What do I mean by an image or a symbol? Well, let's take a look. So we have these icons that we look at every day in our personal dictionaries. We see this and we know exactly what it means. Okay, so like for instance, this top one is usually found on your cell phone, and it represents the phone, so you can make a call. You push this button, you make a call. But the weird thing is, it has this like analog phone on it. I mean, when's the last time you used a handset that looked like this, right? Not every day, but we still recognize that that is a symbol for a phone. And it's similar with the heart. We see this symbol and we know that it means love, but this isn't what a heart looks like in real life. Hearts are kind of gross and ugly, but we see this, we think, oh, love, immediately, right? Same with this icon. This is a floppy disk. I am almost positive none of you have ever touched or seen an actual floppy disk in your life, but this is used as a save symbol for a lot of programs like Microsoft Word. We know what a peace sign is. We recognize this as the Eiffel Tower as a symbol of France, and then we recognize the cross as a symbol of Christianity. So these are all icons or symbols that represent something. Now, what is visual language? Visual language is using, whoops, you can't see my visual language, is using visual elements like a picture or symbol to communicate. Okay, artists throughout time have used visual language, and they've used icons in their paintings, in their drawings, all sorts of things. And the study of this is called iconography. I don't expect you to remember that, but it is called iconography. So this is an example of the Arnolfini portrait painted by Jan van Eyck in 1434, okay? So artists have been doing this for a long time, and all of the objects in this painting represent something, and you would never think this, but you have to dig a little deeper. So we see a few things. We see one candle in this beautiful chandelier, and art historians believe that that represents the presence of God. We see prayer beads on the wall, which means these two people are religious. We see oranges in the window, and fur. The man is wearing fur, and while it's not this way now, oranges were very scarce in Northern Europe in 1434, so those are symbols of wealth. This couple is very wealthy. We also see shoes in two different places, but they're not on the couple. So this is a representation of this space being sacred ground. Then we see a dog. Look at that cute little dog in the front. And dogs are usually symbols of loyalty, fidelity. That's where the name Fido comes from for a dog. And then finally, we see that the woman is wearing a veil. Okay, so she's a bride. So we put all of these symbols together and we can recognize that this is a painting. This is a wedding portrait of this couple. We know that this is sacred ground, so this is their wedding. We know that they're a wealthy couple. One, they were able to pay for this painting, which is expensive. We also see that they're a religious couple because they have prayer beads and this candle that represents the presence of God. So artists have been doing this for centuries, and it's really cool to be able to unpack these images. I don't expect you to do anything like this, okay? So I want you to think of two types of visual language that you see every day. I'm gonna write the two types I see. Try to come up with two of your own, two or three, or however many you want. But I was thinking of logos as one and traffic signs as another. These are two things that I see and I know exactly what that logo stands for and exactly when it's my turn to go. Okay? And then underneath that, I want you to decipher the following visual messages. So I made some emoji messages for you guys. And I want you to try to decipher what I mean with this emoji and this emoji. What is this word? And then these are just two examples. Like you see this icon for Instagram and you know instinctively, oh, that's the Instagram logo. It's the same with Whataburger. You see that orange W and you're like, ooh, I could have a good meal. Okay, and the last thing I want you to do is think, pair, share. And you can do this with your family members or you can do it alone. But I want you to draw 3 examples of other symbols or logos that you instinctively know and recognize. You can even open your cell phone and pick one. You can open your cell phone and be like, oh, that's the Twitter logo. I know what that is. And you can draw the Twitter logo, but I want you to draw 3 of those. And you will take a picture of this sketchbook page, and I want you to turn it in on Google Classroom. Okay? Thanks, guys. Have a good day.